Okay guys, this is a quick video to show you some stuff about Dreamweaver on a test. We've done a lot of Dreamweaver, but this one's kind of unique and I want to make sure that you guys are prepped for this. Okay, it's kind of unique because instead of right off the bat, they ask you to start editing and creating a table and a website, an HTML folder. What they ask you to do is to first take a look at a style sheet. And you have to evaluate that style sheet, okay? So I've already gone through these steps here. I've created a folder. I've actually called it video, okay? And I've put my my files in there that I'm gonna need. But we'll look at this. Okay, so it says the table style sheets requires by the company, the table styles required by the company are the following. So the first thing you gotta notice is that on all the tests, okay, the way that the values should be, the color values should be, are a RGB scale, a red, green, blue scale. They always mix them up, so right off the bat, we know that these are mixed up, okay? So it tells us that all the internal external grid lines for the table must be a single border, 4 pixels wide, which you can see it on the web page. The grid lines should be as follows. And once again, as I said, these colors are mixed up. Red should be over here. Green is in the middle, and blue should be last, okay? All text should be center aligned within the table, both horizontally and vertically. John, a trainee, has created a style sheet, which is the following for these tables. That's the name of the style sheet. Examine the style sheet and evaluate in your own words the syntax and efficiency of the style sheet. So I will open up Dreamweaver then, okay? This is the finished product that I have here. Might refer to that later on. But that's the finished product. So first thing I'm going to do is open up that style sheet. So I will go to File, Open, and I've got it saved on my desktop. I've got it in this new one here called Vid. Okay, so that's the style sheet that they give us. So I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to have a look at that. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hold on, that's the wrong one. I've got to find the original. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is the style sheet that they give us here. Okay, so once again, I'm just going to go back to my instructions. And it says, John, a trainee, has created a style sheet, which is the following one that I just opened. Examine the style sheet and evaluate in your own words the syntax and efficiency of the style sheet. So in our evidence, we've got to type in about 100 words, things that are wrong with the style sheet. And that's 4 points. So I know it's 4 points. I got to find at least 4 things wrong with that style sheet. So just by looking at it, number 1, there are no hashtags. Okay, there are no hashtags in front of our hexadecimal values for our color values. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, they're in the wrong order. Okay, remember it has this order here, which is in the wrong order. I want red to be this first value here, and then I want green to be that, and I want blue to be my last value. So second thing is these values are in the wrong order. FF should be here, then 57, then 33. Also same with this. FF should be first, then all zeros. Of course, this one doesn't matter because it's all zeros. And if we're curious about the colors, okay, once I have a hashtag in there, I can see the actual color. I'll show you on the corrected one, okay? So something else that's wrong with this. Let me go back to my thing. It says all text should be center aligned within the table, both horizontally and vertically. Okay, so I've got my text align, center, text align vertical. Yep, but I don't have my text align horizontally. Okay, so I need to fix that as well. In other words, I will need to do text align, and I have to put justify in there. I'll show you all the corrections that I need. Let's see, this is the corrected one, I believe. Yep. Oh, yes. So the table also has to be, like they say, centered. Okay, so the table should be center aligned, and as I can see here, my table is not center aligned, okay? the other thing is that in order to have true efficient CSS coding, my table and my cells should be in the same, in the same brackets. Okay, so let me have a look at this. Let's see if I have anything else missing. That's at least 4 things. So the next thing they do is they say, edit the trainee style sheet so that matches the style sheet required by the company. Add the cascading style sheet to your style sheet. Automatically place all tables at the center of the window. Set the style H1 to white font. So I think this is the only thing I have to, oh no, so there's a couple of things I have to add to it. If I fix that, yep, I've got that. I need to add a new style, which is the H1, and that needs to be a white font. Okay, I also need to add a comment with my center number. So in order to save time, I've already done all that stuff. And here we are. So I did have text align, which was center, and I had the text vertical line, but I need to text align justify. So all the text is exactly center. Okay, in order to center the table, automatically, I did margin right auto, margin left auto. Okay, right here I added hashtags to all of my color values, and I switched it so that they were in RGB format. RGB format. The other thing I had to add was an H1 value, an H1 style, heading 1 style, and the color they wanted to be all white. And you can see here, and once I have the hashtags, and if I click on my hexadecimal color value, I can see what each color is going to be. Okay, up there, and of course all zeros is all black. Okay, just so you know, just a quick reminder, all zeros is all black, all F's is all white. And last thing I did was put in my name and candidate number as a comment there. So yeah, I do that. Backslash, a little star sign, my name, candidate number, and a backslash. Okay, that is what I needed to do for that. Okay, let me go back here and see what I need to do. Okay, so this is very important. Identify the name of the correct web development layer to complete each of the following statements. The cascading style sheets are part of what layer? Hyperlinks are part of what layer? Text images are part of what layer? An action like hover or click would be found in which layer? Okay, so I have given you guys on Plato. Where is it? Let me go. Nope, not there. There we go. Yep. On Plato, I uploaded this PDF. Okay, and this tells you about the different layers that we have in Dreamweaver and web authoring. So presentation layer does the following: formats, pages, style sheets, div tags, text table formatting. That presentation layer is CSS. Okay, so that's presentation layer. So my .css file is going to be in my presentation layer. Anything that has to do with text, images, audio, pictures, whatever, will be in my HTML layer. Anything that will cause a pop-up or an image effect like a GIF or a video to play, that is going to be in my behavior layer. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to here, and these are the answers to those questions from the paper. So let me go back here. The cascading style sheets are part of the presentation layer. Hyperlinks are an action in a web page, and they are part of the content layer. Text images of web page are added in a web page in the content layer. And an action like hover or unclick would be found in the script layer. Oh, sorry, no. That is hover layer. Yes, sorry, that is in the script layer. Okay. All right. Okay. Next thing I want to do is create a web page called sheds.html and have the following. So let me just go back because we all know how to do this. This is quite simple. I will just go back to the following. Okay. So this is my web page that I've actually created. Okay. Now, don't forget when we want to create a new HTML. Okay, we go to File, New, HTML, and I'm just going to create, I'm going to call it sheds, okay, create, okay, but great, I've created that, wonderful, but don't forget, before I do anything, I have to actually manage my site, create a new site. So I go to site, new site, I find where my files are all kept, in this case, in the test, they tell you to create a sheds file. Everything is there in the sheds folder there. Okay, so I would select that folder. I'm not going to do that for now because I've already created it. I don't want to create any problems for myself. I would name the site name. I like to name it something that is apropos to the test. So I would call this one shed site name. Okay, and as you can see, let me just, no, I don't want to save changes. Okay. Then I will create we'll go to, once I have that there, okay, I can now open up my shed.html file that they tell me to. Okay, the next thing that they do in the directions, one of the big directions is that, I'll just go down here, they tell me that I have to add the CSS file that I created. Oh, where is it here? Created. No. Oh, yeah, there it is. Here, attach the style sheet that you saved in step 2. So that's the style sheet we were working on. So just as a reminder, in order to attach a style sheet, we go to Tools, CSS, attach a style sheet, and it should be in the, if I've saved all my files and created all my files in the same folder, then everything should be there. And in this case, I've saved everything and done everything in a folder called, on my desktop, called shed. Okay, in the test instructions, they ask you to call it sheds. I've named it shed because just in case I'm doing this with you guys in class, I don't want to create any problems if I have two similarly named files. Okay, so another thing, okay, one more quick tip, which you guys probably remember. Okay, they ask you to create a table. Everybody knows how to do that. It's pretty straightforward and simple. Okay, but remember, I can insert a table by going here, but when I insert the table, make sure that my cursor is after that open body tag, okay? By default, your cursor is going to be somewhere up here in the upper head or opening HTML tag. If I try to insert a table here, it'll create the table, but I won't be able to see it here, and I'll wonder what the heck went on, okay? And everybody knows, okay, if I want to format any of these cells, I double click on it, I can select properties. Once the properties box clicks up, I can select text, I can select the width and height and change all that there, and I can put in anything else that they have there. Okay, quick primer on Dreamweaver with some tricky little questions at the beginning. Good luck on the test, guys. Okay, bye-bye.